Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me? My name is Sunyata. I am from Thailand. Right now I work as a interpreter and translator. I work in Thai and English.
My name is Jom. I'm 34 years old. I'm a vocalist of the political Asylum group named Fayen Band.
To be correct, it has been in turmoil for over the past 14 years. Our short-lived civilian governments are punctuated by coup d'etat and military government. And right now, one problem that every Thai can see and feel is economic problem. World Bank predicts that the GDP growth rate of Thailand will be the lowest in the region. And we are plagued by severe economic, educational, humanitarian, environmental problems. But our government cannot fix anything because their goal is not to serve the people. Okay. So, well, this might be a little bit disappointing because we just take this symbol from the movie The Hunger Games, and because it is really famous in Thailand, so we use it, and is a symbol of defiance, right? Because people in the Hunger Games, they rebel against the rich and those in power. So in Thailand, we take this symbol as a symbol of defiance, and it's also compatible with our three demands. First, the resignation of the current Prime Minister, General Prayut Chan-o-cha. The second one is the amendment of the Constitution, and the third one is the reform of the monarchy. The Prime Minister right now, he was a coup leader back in 2014, and he ousted the government of the Thai first female Prime Minister, Miss Yingluck Shinawatra. And everybody knows that he is a puppet of a larger, bigger network who is manipulating the Thai politics behind the curtain. And so we want him removed, and we want a new election, free and fair and democratic election. For the amendment of the Constitution, this constitution is drafted back in 2014 by the coup maker, which is of course led by the current prime minister. So this constitution is not democratic. And the main problem is the Senate. It has so much power, and the Senate members were selected by the government. So they serves as a function, as an element to prevent any amendment of the constitution and any bills that are deemed negative to the government from being passed.
60 or 70% are university and high school students. The rest are worker and general public who oppose the authoritarian government. Oh, many things. The government shut down the media that report the mob news and tried to persecute protesters who post message, invite them to protest, and threatening to prosecute the parents of the children who came out, and they sent the police to threaten the home of leader organized protests, some of whom were charged with a number of serious. And the army tried to slander the protester as the enemy of the nation, and the government shut down the metro train to cut the travel route to protest and try to shut down the Telegram application, same like Russia and China. And most recently, they use water cannon to spray high pressure water mixed with acidic chemical on the protester, including the use of tear gas and rubber bullet.
The scary thing is the lèse majesté law. It is Article 112 in the Criminal Code of Thai law. And you can face up to 15 years in prison. And the content is that it's illegal to insult, defame, and threaten the king, the queen, the heir, and the regent. And, it's so wide. Any action can be interpreted as insult, defamation, and threatening. So, yeah, they can face up to, so many years in prison. It's really scary. And I think it's very brave of the protesters to come out.
And if you're showing three finger on a king's or queen's carriage, you could face a life imprisonment. 3 people in Thailand were arrested in this case. Many young people in this period, as the same generation that want to have their freedom, and the government the government are very dictator with them, and they didn't want them to in the power, and it connects the many things to have a solidarity in the protest to government. Yeah.
I think you know what is happening in Thailand, what the real problem is, and I think it's time you stepped down. Yeah, that's it. Do you want to be remembered as a part of change in Thailand, or do you want to be remembered as someone who destroys the country? The choice is yours. But I think it's time that you and the military sided with the people, not with a dying institution.
What is the message?
I was too disgusted by the source of his power to even call him a prime minister. Yeah.
Help us. You can save life. At least you can save us. If we have to flee our country, please accept us. And please keep an eye on us. Read about our stories, share our stories, or maybe sign a petition.
To Macron, I know it's a difficult choice between state-to-state interests and human rights, but in the end, you have to choose anyway. And I think you would choose human rights. Yeah.
I believe in you. I believe in the power to fight. I sympathize and I pour my heart out to you. I believe that people can chart their own destiny. People can create their own future.